Well, everybody, here I am. What day is it? Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and I've just finished a day of teaching people to tow. This was a corporate gig, so it was a bunch of agronomists and others who work in the local area who tow quite a heavy trailer, and so we did some training for them on load restraint and on towing. And that went really well. Tomorrow I've got some low-risk driver. You might think defensive driver, but defensive driving is just part of low-risk driving. And then Friday I've got another corporate towing gig with the same company, and then Saturday I've got another towing session, this time with caravans, and then Sunday another towing session with caravans. So I have got an absolutely full week. But I took the little teardrop for a run today behind the Volkswagen, and I had a few issues actually, not with the trailer, actually with the Volkswagen, which is parked up here. So there it is there, my little Golf, and it's parked there because if I park it there I can stick my head under the front of it. So what actually happened was as I towed the van out to go training this morning, I got the check engine light on. And I had done a little bit of work on the car recently. I actually changed the coolant over. I didn't realise I'd put the wrong coolant in it. Volkswagen are very, very, very specific about their coolant. It has to be a G13 style coolant, and I put the wrong one in, so I had to do a flush and change it all over. So I did that. And of course, being a modern car, everything's really, really difficult to get to. In order to get to the bottom radiator hose, in order to drain the radiator, you have to take one of the intercooler hoses off. It happens to be the intercooler hose that is for the supercharger. The Volkswagen is dual charge, so it's got a supercharger and a turbocharger. So anyway, the light came on after I'd done all that work, taking that hose off, putting it back on, and changing the coolant and so forth. And I knew straight away, look, I better haven't put that hose on properly, because it's a funny way to, a mechanical kind of lock that holds the hose in place on the intercooler. So I figured that's what it was. I got an error code. I could hear the supercharger going, but I could feel that there was no boost. Check engine light was on, as I said. So when I got to the training venue, I pulled out my scan tool. Sure enough, it says, turbo supercharger, pressure sensor out of range. So, okay, so that means it's not measuring what it expects to measure, which makes me think that the boost is lower than it should be or higher than it should be, but in this case I suspect lower because the hose was off. So after my training session I put the hose back on and we're all ready to go again. But it made me think, I've got these big sessions coming up, and typically I use this van to travel around. And then later on I'm going to be getting ready for my touring season. I'll be maybe towing this little van, I'm not sure, maybe swagging it, we'll see, on my way over to Alice Springs and back and so forth, and I'll be doing a lot of travelling around. So I thought I'll add a little channel or a little playlist to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to call it On the Wallaby, which those of you who've been around a long time in Australia will know that's the term for, swagging it around. So we're going to be on the Wallaby, and we're going to be filming some, of my travels, whether they're for work or whether they're for pleasure or what they are. Just when I shoot off to go somewhere, when I stay away for a weekend, when I go camping, when I take the little teardrop caravan, when I'm on my way over to Alice Springs for a tour, whatever that be, I'm going to be filming and adding these things to my playlist called On the Wallaby. Catch you later.